What's up? I'm Hugz. That's Sam. Welcome to Hugz and Sam. Today we're getting into My Hero Academia Season 4, Episode 9. Last we left off with my tiny little one hair that's hanging way low. I feel like I'm like a very moderate villain. We saw Tamaki taking out, we saw Tamaki and Tagata or Mirio, whatever you want to say, and they're wonderful storyline.
They're a bromance.
Yeah, it was so beautiful, and I'm like, I don't know, I'm like, is it a bromance, or do I just want to ship them?
I know. Well, I kind of warm up. I mean, I'm sure there's plenty of shipping going on in the community, but I think I ship them. I really do think that I personally ship them. Yeah. I'm in the shipping category, not the bromance category.
It could be either way.
Yeah.
I'm happy with either.
Yeah.
But it was really cool. We had this amazing showcase of Tamaki's talent, how he got the name Sun Eater, because I was it kind of didn't really make sense with his power. Not everybody has to have a name that has to do with their power, but I was just I don't know, Sun Eater just sounded so specific. I was assuming some form of light or whatever. I mean, he eats things, but not the sun.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's that's impossible.
But he has the coolest ability, one of the coolest abilities in the entire show. So not only do we get to see a showcase of his talents, his abilities, but we also had that amazing storyline that heart-wrenching, wasn't really heart-wrenching, but it definitely tugged at your heartstrings. It made you emotionally connected to him immediately. Yeah. Because going into this episode, I was man, he was really cool, but very timid. We didn't know much about him, and everybody else kind of shone through, and he didn't. Mm-hmm. And immediate connection to him after that episode. I freaking love him now.
Yeah. It was really cute.
So cool. But let's go ahead, jump into it, see how they're going to get through the other 5 bullets, and see if they can catch Harry. Damn. Did you see it was broken through him?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. I mean, we knew he was messed up, but we didn't know he was that messed up.
Can he exhaust all of his energy and
I mean, anybody can exhaust all their energy, I guess.
Yeah.
I like getting it just in time for the screen. Well, I mean, from what they've seen of him, you know?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, why did he stop? You know, we saw his eye come out he was looking, and then he just stopped.
Yeah.
We would think he doesn't have endless power, and also you would think that juice would wear off.
Yeah, because it wore off pretty fast on that one guy.
Okay, here we go. Man, sometimes it. Oh, damn! Yo. Oh. Just tumbled into a ball and just fell out. I was where are they? And they're just in this huge open area. Oh, damn.
Oh, here we go. We're gonna see him again.
Wow. This dude looks awesome, though.
Dang.
Oh, it's cracking. Oh, man.
Oh, man.
This dude's awesome. I was gonna say, he has a good offense and a defense. Oh, so this dude's a shield. Okay, for some reason I thought he could attack and shield.
I wonder if that'll scar and stuff. Is that?
I don't know.
How does the stone work?
It's crumbling off though.
Yeah. Go rock, fat gum.
Yeah, the small fry. Yup, don't get too cocky. So they're not 100% loyal to him then.
Yeah. Well, they said like if we didn't follow his orders that they.
Well, that was the other people, not the
right,
bullets.
but it makes me think that everyone feels that way though.
In the last episode, though, the trash, the first 3 bullets, explained that the reason that they seemed very loyal to him because they were kind of discarded and they talked about how people didn't want them or whatever, and like he gave them the opportunity.
Right.
To be something.
Right.
So it seemed like these guys, at least the bullets, and they talked about how they were groomed or whatever.
Yeah.
So I was assuming that they would have more of like an undying loyalty to him.
Did you bite your tongue?
Well, it's like I tongue-tied myself and then I like kind of choked for a second.
Yeah.
But yeah, you get what I'm saying though?
I get what you're saying.
The fact that, because Tengai or whatever seems to be very loyal to him, you know, he's like, that's master overall, but this dude doesn't seem to have any kind of loyalty.
Well, I'm sure like it's, you know, it just depends on the person, you know, the person, whether or not they like are truly loyal or not, you know, but I bet just as an overall, like out of everyone, they all just don't want to die, so they're just gonna do it, you know what I mean?
I just for some reason assumed that these 8 would be like his diehards.
Dang.
You gotta get through this, man.
Oh,
you gotta get through this, man. I mean, it definitely screws with your mind, you know?
Yeah.
Come on. Kirishima has to get in there.
He does like favor Gran Torino. Like fat guy Gran Torino.
Damn.
Yes, you can.
He's let it go, too. Yeah. I mean, also she's got an acid power, which is pretty intense.
Yeah. Oh, he used to just be like a little bit hard.
See, they don't even see him as being worthy of going to UI. Like.
Yeah. I mean, his hardening isn't very good at all at this stage.
Is that going to be Crimson Eye? Oh, no. I was waiting for it to be Crimson Eye or something, but damn.
Does he step up and do it?
Come on. You move before you even know what you're doing. Like, that's what heroes do. Come on. But he talked about before not being able to do it either, so yeah.
She do. Oh, but she did it.
She did
like,
it
that
though,
is
yeah.
like, yeah.
Even though she was scared. See, he's got it in his heart, but he doesn't have the confidence. He doesn't have
He hesitated, you know?
And he didn't go. He wanted to, but he just...
Yeah, but the fact that he didn't just run away and stuff, like... He didn't hesitate as much as other people did, though, you know?
I mean, that's true.
Yeah.
So, like, overpowers his fear is the pain. Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. He's like, I'm doing it! At least his chance of, like, failing to move, they didn't die. You know what I mean? I love how excited he looked when he... So this has to, like, remind him to have to, like, rush in, you know? He's completely changed himself.
I love his story.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That's
This has to kick in,
I know, yeah.
Ooh, come on.
Oh my gosh, they're gonna cliffhanger us.
So now he's like powering up, yeah. Hell yeah! Come on. Kirishima's gotta take the hit.
Yep.
He's gotta take the hit.
Yep, here he is, He's gonna take it.
Yes! If my credits loaded again. Oh my god. Oh wow. Oh shit!
Factum sexy.
He was badass. Oh my god.
I'm so emotional right now.
Oh my god.
That is like...
That was so good.
So, oh my gosh. So like... That's like the second freaking episode we've had freaking Shie freaking shining bright like a diamond.
We're trying to keep it together.
I know.
Keep it together. Man, that was good. Oh, damn. Alright.
We need to replenish our Kleenexes.
We are fine. We are fine. Okay. Damn, that was good. Damn, that was good. I think there's gonna be another one when after credit. Yeah. Okay.
Oh man.
Holy pooperoni and cheese. Oh. Okay.
That is crazy. There is like a way that this show uses backstory of them being freaking children to just like pull your heart out.
Well, it's the underdog story. It's that everyone wants to be great. At least all these heroes want to be great. They want to be someone who can protect people or someone who's remembered. It's an underdog story. And the fact that he was afraid before as a kid and like hearing his hero say like, of course he's afraid. You'd be an idiot not to be afraid.
Yeah.
And he's sitting there. Like the battle of his life right here, watching his freaking like mentor be handled. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And he's like, I gotta get in there. Like this is my time. I have to sacrifice myself. I have to do it. And the fact like that smile when he did it, like when he took wow.
He has just skyrocketed up to my favorite, like one of my favorites in this show.
I've always liked his design.
Yeah, I've always liked his design,
and that he's with Bakugo.
But I've always just looked at like them as being like him and Bakugo, like,
he's like
oh my gosh,
man.
they're like really cute, and they're like really cute as friends. Bakugo's the better character, but they're just friends, and I love their friendship. But now I'm like, dude, that's freaking. He's legit. This was the second time we saw him shine. It's like, is he the main character now? Like, damn. Like,
well, that's what I love about this show. They really give the ensemble like a chance to shine. Like,
yeah, it's like we've seen like little bits and pieces, here and there from multiple different characters, but his is like so impactful. Like, cause he's just he's so strong.
I liked getting a little more Mina too.
Yeah,
nice.
But it's
we
like,
didn't get a lot.
Even in Mina's situation, like, it appears that she's always just been strong. You know what I'm saying?
She fell down and cried right after, though.
Yeah, I mean, there may be more to that. When she was in elementary school, maybe she was going through something, like...
I think it was just showing, again, like, some people act without thinking and other people... I think it shows the two different sides of the hero coin. Some people act without thinking, and some people just want it so badly that they force themselves even though they're scared.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like two sides. People automatically act and people force themselves to act. And he is now like forcing himself into fear, into a fearful situation. But like I said, I've always liked his character design, but I assume that I just always looked at him as like lesser than like Bakugo's kind of like friend who's
now,
just kind of like a sidekick.
I feel bad for always thinking that. I feel bad. And I love that he freaking dyes his hair to look like the one dude. That's so cute.
I'm waiting for the day that Mineta gets one of these and he's like epic or something, because of course Mineta is like the one character you look at and you're just like, no. He's had moments though. He has had moments.
Well, what is his purpose?
He's had moments. What was it where he was pulling all the balls and he like stuck everybody together? Was that when they were in the water?
Yeah, okay. Yeah. That had a purpose, yeah. But overall, like, there's just no point in him being in this show.
He's comedic.
I mean, there's a couple of people that I've thought that, and then they've actually showed me something like Ayoma, like the belly button.
Yugi.
Yeah, it's like...
Yeah. Even Denki was kind of like,
with
the electric power, but then...
he had like a moment.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying, like, before that...
But I'm saying, like, he ended up having a moment, and that was nice, you know?
Yeah, and Yuki's moment was really cool. Momo's
yeah,
even
saved
had
the freaking day, like...
Momo's had a moment.
Momo's had moments, yeah. Everybody's had moments.
Sue had that one really cool standalone episode.
Yeah.
Ochaka's had great moments, like, talking to her parents.
Dad,
Yeah, that was intense.
And then, Sue's was the one where she was on the boat, right? With Selkie, yeah. Who was
she had like her own
Do
episode.
y'all remember the girl that she was with? What was her name?
Selkie.
It was Selkie was
Selkie the seal?
The guy.
What was the girl's name?
The sailor guy.
Yeah, what was the girl's name?
The girl's name was like something. It was such like a nice name, and her design was like one of my favorites. And I remember her name. I just loved it, and I was like, man, I really want to see more from her because it's such a waste of like a great name and a great design that I wanted to see more from her and her skill or power.
Was she the one that had like the tech headset looking thing?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I can't remember her name. It makes me so upset.
For some reason, I kept thinking that the seal dude had a different name and her name was Selkie, but I don't know.
No, I want to look it up, but like
I'm always afraid to look anything up.
Well, I'll just be like,
And that's why we have mods.
We're caught up now.
Or hit up comments. Not to the manga.
Just tell me the name, please.
However you want to say it.
Please. I know everybody's gonna say the name.
But
it was
say my name, say my name.
It was like, oh my gosh, it was a great name. It's like Sadie. It was like something like
Sadie's our kitty's name.
I know, but it wasn't Sadie's.
Okay, but getting back to what's been going on. Also, Fat Gun was amazing. He looks awesome.
Yeah, and I was
that like tells me, and when I lose all this, like I'm gonna look badass. Also tells me if someone just beats my ass bad enough, I'll just lose weight.
All of your fat will just fly off.
Just have somebody like beat the hell out of me. I'll be super energetic and I'll be like thin.
Well, you know, like boxing is like a good workout. You know, they like.
Normally, the goal of boxing is not to get hit, though, but he just was absorbing that.
Yeah, he was just absorbing it, and then he just exploded all this fat off of him. He's like, I'm gonna like burn all this fat.
Fat is energy.
Mm-hmm. And then, and he looked good. Yeah, he looked sexy.
That was cool.
I was like, hey, but still looks so much like Gran Torino. I'm like,
yeah. I think it's also the color scheme, though, kind of has to do with it.
Does Gran Torino have like a son? Or something like is there has
to be Torino?
Because he even has like the eye thing and it's very like there has to be a connection, right? Because they look so similar.
I thought so, but I don't know.
Because it's like, you know, we look at Mirio and we're like, hey, he looks like All Might. There has to be a connection. There was a connection. Mm-hmm. Then now we're like, oh, you know, so it's like is there a connection? Question mark.
It'd be cool. I don't necessarily see it being anything that's super pertinent.
I don't either.
But maybe.
Yeah.
Who knows? Yeah. But so that's 5. That's 5 of 8.
Yep.
That we've seen now.
I have a feeling the last 3 are going to be like even more powerful. You know what I mean?
Who's left in the group? Yeah, Izuku, and who else is with him?
Mirio
ran off by himself. So I wonder if they're going to be...
was like running through walls.
I'm assuming he's going to catch up to Chisaki.
Yeah.
And he's going to deal with that. Izuku and crew. So he's still with Eraserhead. And who else? He had the Lucio dude that locks rocks.
Yeah.
He's got a cool power.
He does have a really cool
I didn't
power.
like the fact that he was hating on the kids, but then he was also saying, like, damn, like, they're strong. You know, like, he's been kind of like...
Yeah, just because they knocked the wall down.
And he has a cool power, though.
Compared to everything they've done in their life, like, that was the smallest thing they've done. Knock a wall down.
His rock lock power, though.
It really is cool, yeah. It takes a while to lock, though.
Well, I think it's just that he waits for it to get to a position. Like, he throws it out and then, like...
Yeah.
Freezes it.
I get that.
I
just could see that as like
as cool as like other people, but
yeah, we call him Lucio. What's his real name?
I don't know. I don't remember. I think he actually has a cool name too, but it's just he kind of looks like the character Lucio from
Overwatch.
It's just like it took me forever to call Shigaraki instead of Handy Andy.
Yeah.
Just because. Also, it's because it caught on with a lot of y'all. Like, people were in the comments, like, all about it. So I'm like, all right, I'll just go with it.
It's, like, easy. Because I've even, like, called Mirio knockoff All Might.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I don't know if in the reactions or where we were talking. But it's just, like, you know, it's just, you come up with a nickname and it's
Baby
just
Mirio is cute, though.
Baby
Mirio is so cute.
Yeah.
Not baby, but,
and
like,
he's
little
like,
kid.
And his eyes are all blue. And he's so cute. Yeah.
Adorbs. I would like to see more Mina. We talked about that a little bit ago. Because, like, her story was cool, how she was kind of, like, a side part.
Yeah.
To Kirishima's story.
Well, you know.
But, like, she just seems really cool. And we don't really get to see a lot of her in general.
I know. And, like, you know, the thing with, like, how he said, like, whenever he first found his quirk, he cut his eye. Yeah. You know, I'm sure that there's a lot of stories where, like, Mina, okay, she has acid. I'm sure she, like, you know, she may have destroyed something and got in trouble or like, destroyed something that she loves.
I was going to say, like, a teddy bear or something. Like, she's holding a little teddy bear and it, like, melts. She's like, ah.
You know, and, like stuff like that. It's, like, I'm sure there's a lot of different stories where people are, like, finding their quirks and they end up hating their quirk. It's like, you know, you always your own worst critic, and you always, like, you don't appreciate what you can offer, you know, as much as someone else can appreciate it. And it's like, envy. Yeah. And so I feel like maybe they all have a little bit of that, you know, or had a little bit of that before they figured out their quirk fully. And I think I want to see, like, everyone learning about their quirks. You know what I mean?
If you look at, like, you know, you haven't really watched a lot of X-Men or anything like that, but it's the same type of thing. Like, people develop their mutant powers, like, over time, and for some people they have, like, tragic stories because their powers are, like, ridiculous, like they just start fires or shoot lasers out of their eyes and stuff like that, so they have, like, a very tragic origin of things that happened because of their powers when they discovered them, or, like, how they got outcast from their families,
right? And I feel like that can also create a villain.
It does, but that's what I'm saying. So, like, because I feel like a person could be coming up, like, you know, normal, everyday, whatever, and then they develop a quirk that makes them an outcast.
Yeah.
You know? That's why I love villain characters, because I feel like villain characters always have a more in-depth origin.
Yeah.
Because I feel like people don't just wake up. Like, there's some people, like, even in real life, there's some people that are just evil. Like, I feel like there's people that are just born evil. But there's a lot of other people that do terrible, horrible things, and then you hear about, like, you know, a lot of things are inexcusable or whatever, but you hear about their childhood, or you hear about, like, just stuff that happened to them, and you're like, damn, how did this person...
Well, even some of these 8 bullets, they were even saying, like, he's the one that accepted us. It's like, okay, well, if you are not accepted and not accepted and treated like crap by everybody, but then this guy comes in your life and treats you good, you're going to follow him despite him being a villain. You're going to, like, you're going to go and do what he wants you to do because he's the only one that you have in your life that's going to love you and support you and whatever. Yep. So
I'm excited to see the final 3. I'm excited to see if somebody actually, probably Mirio most likely, gets to Chisaki.
Yeah, I feel like he's going to get there because he's running through the walls. You know what I mean?
We still have a lot of episodes left in the season. I think this season's 25 episodes, right?
I don't know.
I'm pretty positive it's going to be
what?
9.
9, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I feel
like
normally,
don't they have a break halfway?
I don't know. There might be one around Christmas. Christmas is in, like, 2 weeks. I know you probably watching this, like, middle of the year. Who knows? But Christmas is in 2 weeks, and this just came out last Saturday. So I
know Attack on Titan had that huge one, like their half season or whatever, was like 6 months. Or something.
I thought last season they did a big break in My Hero.
That's what I'm saying. I wonder if they're gonna do that.
If you know, let us know.
No, I'm not sure. All right, but let us know what you thought in the comment section down below. Damn great episode. I don't know. Like, I just don't know what to say. It keeps getting better. Yeah. Whenever you think it can't get better, it gets better. Whenever you count somebody out, it teaches you never count people out, never judge a book by its cover. Yep. Everybody's got a cool story. But let us know what you thought in the comments down below. Like it if you did. Sub if you don't already. Shout out to our patrons watching the full and early reactions up on Patreon. Thank you so much for your support. You really don't know how much it means. It means the world. We'll be back more videos soon. We love you guys. Bye.
Bye.